Hi guys, welcome to the Niche Girls. We are taking a break this week because we've had so many things going on. Between Food and Wine Festival opening, I got a new kitten, which I will post in the stories. That's his little tent back there. We are trying to get them, Frankie, my black cat, and then this new kitten, we named him Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. So that's super cute. We absolutely love him. He is 11 weeks old. There's Frankie. He's smelling around because we have them separate right now. But yeah, it's been fun to try to adjust to that. But yeah, so we're taking a break and we hope you guys join us next week. Thank you. For now, enjoy Enter the Niche Girls, our very first episode of the Niche Girls podcast. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the
Hi.
first episode of the Niche Girls podcast. We're so excited to be here. I'm Jessie.
I'm
I'm
Yolanda.
Kristen.
Wow.
We're so excited. We're jumping
are.
over each other to talk.
I love it so much.
I know.
Well, there's Yolanda. There's Kristen. I'm Jessie. Let's do this thing, guys. You ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
Yes. All right. Who wants to go first? We're doing a meet and greet today. Kristen, go for it.
Okay, well, I'm Kristen, and I am one of the co-owners of the Niche Collective. And yeah, I have been coming to Disney World since I'm going to age myself when I say
Don't
this
do
number.
that.
So just no, I've been coming to Disney since 1984. I was just a little 1-year-old child, and yeah, pretty much taken yearly vacations with my family growing up, and now with my kids, which really, growing up Disney, I think we're all going to have grown up Disney stories to some extent here.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, so it just created this real love of the Disney parks. And so in 2021, we moved down here. My husband and my two kids, we packed up, yeah, and we moved down to Central Florida. And that's, when I met these two lovely humans that you see or hear before you. And yeah, the rest is history. We started working together and we hit it off as friends. And then we'll talk about it more later. But
Yeah.
Yolanda had this amazing idea for the Niche Collective. And then we were thinking of ways, right, where we can kind of expand and have you guys get to know us better as people and why we started this company and why we do the things we do. And so that's why we're here on this podcast. And it's just so exciting. So
Ah, I
I'm so
yay.
love
excited about
that.
that.
So fun. All right, Yolanda, go for it.
Okay. So my name's Yolanda, obviously. I'm so excited, like you said, like to not just like show products, but be able to show ourselves because I think we all have such like different but also
Yeah.
really fun personalities. But anyways, I grew up in South Florida. So I grew up in Deerfield Beach, and I like a little bit different from Kristen. I went to Disney, I think 3 times I can count from when I was younger. So I did one trip
Only
to
three?
I did one trip to the Very Merry Christmas Party.
Yeah.
And I was probably, I think like I was like 4 years old. There's a picture, it rained the whole time. I cried, I think. And there's a picture of me next to like Pooh in a little yellow raincoat. And then I went again a few years later. I was still really young to Epcot. My mom tried to talk me out of it because it was super cold that day. And so she was like, "Are you sure you want to go?" And I was like, "Mhm."
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And then again to Hollywood Studios. And then there was in between, like when I was a toddler to that, there was probably a 10-year gap between then and going as like a middle schooler. We had a house on like a little lake, not a house, a mobile home. But we also just, Disney vacations were super expensive for us. We were a single income family. And like we just, Disney vacations weren't it. So when I got to middle school, my sister was like super into orchestra, and she did trips for Florida Youth Orchestra, which was
That's
really
cool.
cool if you look into
Yeah,
it. She
that's
got to
awesome.
play for the president. She got to play at Jamestown, Carnegie
Wow.
Hall, right? Like
Wow.
she did all these things. So when she got to go on those trips, my sweet, sweet grandparents would take me out of school and take me and my best friend to Disney World as
Aw.
like a as like a consolation, like, well, okay, you don't get to pay for the president, but like you're gonna get to go to Magic and Epcot.
There
So
you go.
Okay.
so I got to go a couple more times in middle school, and then I did the DCP because after the middle school thing, I was just obsessed. So did the Disney College program, and I think my mom thought that might help like tone it down. She thought it was gonna be like,
So wrong.
Right, like you're
and it made
working
it,
there, so some of the magic will obviously be removed and it will not become part of your
yeah.
personality, but she wagered incorrectly on that
She
one.
wagered incorrectly. It made it so much worse. I fell in love, and then very quickly, after college, I moved to New Orleans. But when I was looking for a place to relocate after New Orleans, I was like, oh, I want to be closer to Disney World. So now I am here. But I have always loved Disney. And even though I wasn't like here physically, I was constantly like following it, merchandise, whenever my classmates would come back from trips, always so excited. So yeah, and I love the history of it and the extent of theming, I would say, since I was taken to some other different parks as a kid, like the extent of theming, especially since I also did like out of state parks when I was younger, here is just above and beyond. So I love it. And yeah, so it's a little bit different from like visiting every year because I had such a big gap, and now I go at least once a month. So
That's crazy. Yeah, like see, me being from South Florida too, like I'm from Fort Lauderdale originally, and then we moved to Boca Raton when I was in middle school. But the thing is, like, we came up to Disney like once a month.
Yeah.
Wild.
It was a lot. It was a lot. Okay, that's a little exaggerated. Family wise,
Every few months. Yeah.
Family wise, yeah, it was probably 3 times a year. But once I was able to drive, then it literally was once a month because I was like, well, it's the weekend. I'm gonna go to Disney World. See you later. Yeah, so like it was always our family vacation to come to Disney, and we always stayed at like a fun Disney resort. So it was like special, and it was nothing fancy. It wasn't like the Grand Floridian. Like it was like All Stars. Yeah. We stayed at the All Stars. We just had fun. Like I still think that they're really cool hotels, even though they are, the value end. But my dad used to come up for work trips. So whenever he'd come up for work trips, he'd be like, Jess, you want to go to Disney World? And I was like, yeah.
You're like, I would love nothing more.
Yeah. Let's go to Disney World. So me and him came up a lot, even like without my sister and my mom. My sister and my mom kind of got burnt out on Disney rather quickly, but my dad will still come up and be like, do you want to go to Disney? I know.
It does not compute. Burnt
Doesn't compute with me either.
Couldn't be me. Yeah, it couldn't be me.
I don't understand. I don't get it. But yeah, I mean, I've always loved Disney. I have Disney tattoos, and people are like, why do you have the castle on your leg? And I'm like, why don't you have the castle on your leg?
I mean, first of all, nosy.
Right?
It's pretty. Thank you. Gorgeous.
But no, I absolutely love it. And then, yeah, when I met Yolanda and Kristen, it was just love at first sight. We all just became really good friends really quickly, and I never thought I would have that up here. So thanks, guys. I love you. Yeah, but the Niche Collective it sparked when Yolanda was like, I want to do deep cut characters. And we're like, okay, deep cut? Like what? What do you want to do?
Yeah, Yolanda, maybe tell everyone that story, because I don't know that. I mean, we talk about it on the website, but I don't know if everybody knows like how it progressed. Like she's from her sitting in a boat to the Caribbean.
Yeah, because I feel like obviously that's why I'm wearing the pirate design.
Yeah.
But so what happened was I was at work, which is funny. I was at the parks for work, but yes, I was at work. And I was just getting different content, getting ride content for the job at the time. And I was on Pirates, and every time I go on Pirates, this is a bit of a funny story, but I have a friend who loves a good beverage, and she loves her cat. Okay, like the two of those things, top. It's what she's known for. And so every time the Pirates ride goes by, the guy in the corner with all the rum bottles, and he's like, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I think about her every time, and I think about how I want to send her like a GIF or something of that, and nothing exists of this. And then the foot guy, whenever so when I did, as I said, like I didn't go for that gap, but when I started working for myself and making my own money, especially in the college program, I would take my mom a lot because she didn't get to go to Disney for all those years. And she would always point at the dirty foot guy and be like, ew, dirty, right? So huge, weird memory, but you point him out every time. And I think a lot of families do because it's just hanging over you. Like it's been sometimes the boat stops there. And I thought about how like I wish there was content and like merchandise shirts of these things, but I hadn't seen it anywhere, right? And then when I really started thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, and like the yellow leggings girl from Spaceship Earth, like I wanted to dress up as her for Dapper Day, Gertie, so many things that I was like, I want. So I like text Kristen and Jessie really quick, and I was like, I'm writing Pirates, and I just had this amazing business idea, and I was like, but it's not going to work out because I suck at drawing. And I just like threw it off like that. I literally that quickly threw in my business idea. I was like, so there's that. And then Kristen was like, no, what's the idea? Like, tell it to us.
Right.
So I told her, and she was like, that's a fantastic idea. Hold on, we can work this out. So naturally we did. We found amazing women artists to work with, and now we have the Niche Collective. But literally, like I was that ready to just toss it away, right? I was like, I don't know how to build a website. I only know how to take, like, I've worked in food and beverage my entire life.
Yeah.
I do not know how to run an Instagram, how to run right? Like, nothing. The only experience I had doing that was the job I was currently in, and that job was primarily just taking photos. So not actually getting them onto sites and stuff like that. And so I was like, I can't build out a website. I can't build out, I don't know how to do this. And Kristen was like, I've done this. I can do it. We can, like, and Jessie was like, I'm amazing at editing photo. Like, we can figure this out.
Yeah.
And then we did.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's such a testament to like, because like Yolanda said, I had previously run my own business. And so I had experience doing website development and, social media and some of that stuff. And I think it's such a testament to like what a group of women can do when they really put their minds together. And it's like, she's so ready to be like, it's not going to work. But I was like, hold up, wait, between the three of us, maybe one of us doesn't have all of the skills necessary to pull this off, but combining the three of us and our talents and like what we're capable of doing. And then again, none of us can draw, which is kind of like a huge, proponent of what we were saying. But like we found amazing artists that we work with and that are so good at working with us. And sometimes I feel like we spit off very random like directives.
So
we're like,
random.
put the wheel and then make a rug and then I want put a ladybug in it and like all of these things, and they just
one day I'll show you guys my boo to you sketch that I did. I'll like hold it up because like I'll have an idea and I'll be like, but I can't draw. So it's exactly what Kristen said. Like the artists that we work with are responsible for taking our brain vomit and like making it these gorgeous
and making it into this just beautiful work of art that we love, that you guys love. And it's so rewarding to see like what can happen when women really get together and support each other and support each other's ideas and like what so it's just that part of this business. When we were talking about something before, which I won't give too many spoilers away because it's for a future episode, but I was like, wow, I really love this design, and not for the design, but because of the process that went into making it and like how the three of us came together with these ideas and like how we hashed it out. And I'm like, it just means so much to me from that perspective that it's such a compilation of our ideas and what we bring to the table. So I
shout out to Monroe because she just gets us. We give her these crazy things. We're like, do this purple, do this with ladybug, do this, do that, do that. And she's just like, okay. And she does it and then sends us a sketch and we're like,
and it's amazing.
What?
We'll definitely have to have her on one day, I think, so she can tell the story from her point of view, like getting these crazy notes.
An artist episode with Monroe and Molly.
I don't know how she does it. I'm just like amazed every time.
I'm not an artist. So we work with two amazing artists right now and they're amazing, and they they speak some crazy artist language that we don't speak, and we are able to decipher what we say. So we'll definitely have to have both of them on at some point so they can
a good amount of I had to like check. I was checking my cup. I was gonna say, especially because I think a lot of people might think like, oh well, you can just like send a picture. A lot of our ideas or content like doesn't exist anymore. Like the rainbow tunnel, the maelstrom trolls, like some of it's just we can't get a photo of it, and we are relying on really old Disney Wikipedia sites. Like there's literally a Disney wiki to like try and get our idea across, but like if there's no picture, we are left literally being like, here, let me slow this YouTube video down from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Because people like upload their own videos. And then like basically try and explain it like, but this is what we're envisioning. And then they just
a lot of this stuff that's coming too, and I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but the Figment bucket is the Happy Meal bucket is a good example of this. Is like, it's not a real thing, like, so some of the stuff that we're working on now, it's not real, it's not out there, it's combining things, or it's an idea, and they're listening to us explain this and magically hitting it out of the ballpark.
Cannot wait for our Halloween drop because we have a lot of that stuff coming.
So excited
for Halloween.
Yeah, we
Can't
came
wait.
up with our Halloween ideas literally on a Disney bus. So we literally
We
are
did.
sitting
We were like waiting for
so
the bus, and then we just kept talking about it.
yeah, if
It
you
was
were on that
great.
bus, you probably already some of these. But
Yeah. Or like even the shirt Jessie's wearing, it has like the people mover hair lady. That's not what
Yeah.
she looks like. If you've been on the ride, right? Like she doesn't have the hair things coming out. It's just completely like over her. But we were like, okay, like if you don't necessarily know what's going on, like we need a little bit more detail so that she's
right.
getting a hairdo. Like maybe maybe you've been on the ride and you like it, but you want to still cue someone you're passing in Magic Kingdom to be like, wait,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Yeah.
And then our artists are able to just like take that and do it and add things to things that do exist without us necessarily having like a framework for them to work from. One of our first designs, like the hippo, I remember we just kept saying, so it's a hippo from It's a Small World with the eye. And we got a few sketches back and we were like, okay, but she needs to look wonkier. Like make her
More wonky.
make her wonkier.
Like she's had a little bit more to drink.
Yeah, I feel like since it was like our first sketch, Monroe was like, I don't want to be like weird about it, but we were like, no, put her eye like that, like she needs to look off, all right.
And she does, and she nailed it, and it's perfect, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, we got on a tangent. All right, Kristen, tell us a little more about your family.
Yes.
Okay, so I am married. I've been married for 10 years now, and we have 2 kids. My daughter's 8 and my son is 5, and
they're adorable, and we love them so much.
yes,
So cute.
And they love you guys so much. So yesterday for Mother's Day, we went to Typhoon Lagoon, and Jessie met us there for a little bit, and I was joking with her when she got there because I was like, my kids were more concerned about when you were getting there to visit us than they were about the fact that it was Mother's Day. They just they were like, when's Jessie getting it? Where's Jessie? When is she coming? And then even after you left, because she wasn't able to stay all day with us, but it was just so funny. They're like, is Jessie coming back? Where did she have to go? What did she have? I'm sad she's not still here. Where is she? And I'm like,
I'm here.
I'm here. I should be the focus of this day. Thank you so much. So yeah, so they they're awesome, and they love being able to go to the parks like whenever, and they're super cute, and they are big, not taste testers, what's the word? They're a good target audience for some of this stuff. Like they love the temporary tattoos. They're like literally not safe in my office here because my kids are always like, can I wear this one to school? Can I? And I'm like, nope. So yeah, we should probably bring those over to one of you guys' places.
Speaking of testers, aren't we gonna be releasing some kids clothes soon? Maybe, possibly. Now work in progress.
Some work in progress. Yeah. So if you, so that's something that Yolanda and I worked on Friday, and it is coming because we kind of have this vision of like families decked out in our tees. So like not just for mom and dad, but like the whole
matching
family.
T-shirts.
Yeah, like matching T-shirts to a new level. So yeah, that's something Yolanda and I worked on Friday, and we're going to continue to work on it. It's just the 3 of us and our artists, so it does take us kind of a long time. I always was joking with the girls that the T-shirt setup was like very labor intensive.
Oh yeah, I wasn't joking.
Yolanda and I were working on Friday. She was like, "Yeah, this is kind of a lot," and I'm like, "Yes, it's a little."
I think I wrote down 67 steps. Like I was doing like an itemized, like a list in case Jessie ever needed to like look at it and do it real quick. If we had like a bigger drop. And then I was like, I don't even know that Jessie's gonna be able to get it because I put like exactly what to click on, but.
Yeah, it's labor intensive. So it's something we wanted to do for a while, was to expand into kids and toddlers. We're going to have like 2T, 3T, 4T, 5T, and then like a youth line as well. So,
can't wait.
It's a lot. But we definitely want to do like the Halloween bucket as a kid shirt, because that would be so perfect for everybody going to Mickey's Not So Scary. By everybody, I mean my family, like, because that's my real motivation, is like, we got to get these out for the kids, because I have a family vacation coming up and I need us to match. So like,
I love that. That's amazing.
I do that with David too. Like I have a fiance, his name is David, that's random. But I do that too. Like if we're gonna go to the parks and he's like donning a shirt that he's owned forever, I'll be like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, what do you put on a niche shirt? I don't understand what you're doing.
You guys can
I will literally be like, why would you put on your Target Alien Toy Story shirt?
No.
Okay, I
No.
need shirts now. You have to
Keep it
burn
out.
those.
Yeah, you guys
Oh my
see,
God.
like my family will pop up on our social media page sometime, and then like Yolanda and Jesse's fiancés will pop up too from time because they're like the best models. You know, they just
They are.
they wear the
And they're
clothes.
so helpful and they're so supportive. So thank you guys for that because
Yes.
we love all of them. All of our
Yeah.
guys are amazing. Your kids are amazing. Yolanda, tell us a little more about your fiance.
Oh, okay. Well, his
You're
name
like
is
surprised.
yeah, his name is David. We met and we were both culinary TAs back in the day. Not back in the day, 2016.
Back in
We
the
were both
day.
Feels
culinary
like it was back
TAs,
in the day.
and we did like a study abroad on a cruise ship together. And I
What?
was
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
yeah, we did it for 2 weeks. I was dating someone else at the time, but then I had like 2 weeks without my phone, and then by the time I got to Ireland, I was like, oh man, this kid is it's quite great. So then I ignored that for multiple months, and eventually we ended up together. And he also is a massive Disney person. He's also very big into. There's like 4 pillars of his personality, which are Disney, football, anime, and gaming. That's all you need to know, honestly, about him.
All right.
If you know those 4 things, you know David. And but he loves the business. He thinks it's a fantastic idea, and he like also really loves being a model, but he'll also come up with random ideas for us at night too. And he'll be like, "Can you write this down? Write it down."
Take notes.
And I'm like, "Okay." So he'll do that. We also got engaged in Epcot, so that's a super fun thing. He plans like a big. I think we had like almost like 30 people there. I mean, like all of his friends, all of my family, and I had friends and I thought I was just like going around the world with them, like I was literally in a Figment bound. And then I went to take a picture. I had made there's like multiple pictures of us every year on like that bridge in Italy, and I used to be like every we were together for 7 years before we engaged for 6, so I was like it's a nice bridge every time I'd pass it. And one time he did the tie in the shoe on there even.
Oh,
So yeah,
David,
he's
I love it.
tricked me multiple times, but we went to take a picture with the PhotoPass person like in front of Italy, and then he tapped me on the shoulder. And I was like, I'll look at this. And then if you watch the video, I repeatedly say, no, because I like know what's happening and I'm not saying no, but I was just like, not expecting it.
Your auto response.
Yeah.
So it was quite the shock, but it was really funny though, because after that, you can even hear me say like, my dad's here, because my dad does not leave the house, and he went to that. So David got as many people there as he could. But we are both not in the industry of Disney, I would say. We're both, he's a restaurant manager and I am currently a server. But it makes it really enjoyable when we do get to go to the parks. And we also normally get to go on the weekdays, which is fantastic because it's so much slower. And I know that's not a luxury that everyone with families can do. But if you can ever swing going on a Tuesday or Wednesday when kids are back in school, creme de la creme. You'll sweat, but a Tuesday or Wednesday in September, no lines. But yeah, he loves the business. He loves giving us designs. He loves helping out, and he is just like Jake. He is a fantastic model.
He's so good, right?
So yeah, just
tell
us a little bit about Jake, and then I have one more question for all of us.
You got it. Yeah. So Jake and I have been together for 4.5-ish years. We just got engaged last November, so we're currently planning a wedding, which is stressful and fun at the same time.
Yes.
So that's good, right? We met on Tinder. So I actually met Jake on Tinder. You didn't know that?
I knew that.
I didn't know that. Wait, that's cool.
We're learning stuff. We actually met on Tinder. He was my first Tinder date, and I had like 4 or 5 dates lined up. And I went on this date with him. The date lasted like 10 hours. And we got caught in the rain, had our first kiss in the rain. We went to Disney Springs. Yeah, it was amazing. I called my parents and my best friend on my way home. I was like, this was the best date I've ever had. I'm canceling all my other Tinder dates. Like, I don't want to date anybody else. So I canceled the rest of my Tinder dates.
Here's the eggs, like all in one.
all in there.
All in this bag. Okay.
I was like, nope, this is the person that I want. I don't want to date anybody else. I'm going to cancel all these other dates and just see how it goes. And then he ghosted me for a week.
I did not expect this turn of events.
Yeah, it's a wild story.
After I made the eggs in the basket comment, you let me say that.
Yeah. And then he ghosted me for a week. This will be a story I tell at my wedding because a bunch of people know it. Yeah, he ghosted me for a week because his friend was in town because it was his birthday, which I get it. But like, text a girl back.
She
I mean,
canceled all the dates for you, Jake.
I
Come
know that.
on.
I know that man was on his phone for that week. I know he was on his phone.
Exactly.
yeah. Anyway, so I texted him a week
I'll
later.
allow it.
I texted him a week later and was like, "Hey," because like, hello, it was amazing, and I absolutely, loved our first date. It was fantastic. And
I'd
then
like
I
to
was
see
like,
you again, please.
"Hello, did you not like our first date, or something happened?" Anyway, fast forward a little bit. Couple months later, he did ask me to be his girlfriend, and a couple years later, I got the fiance title. So it's all right. But yes, he's a good model. He's a good sport.
Is he a Disney person?
He was more of a Disney person when I met him.
Okay.
He worked at Disney, so he was a manager for the Poly before he did his own massage business.
Oh.
Yeah, so he did work at Disney. We both worked at Disney at the time. I was a photopass, he was a manager. So, he went to Disney a lot more. We met at Disney all the time. But now he's getting a little burnt out because I'm there so much. Like, I'm there 3 to 4 days a week, and he's like, "You want to go to Disney again?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Can we go to Disney?"
It's a nice
Yeah.
It's a nice day. So now he'll go for like, if I plan it like in advance for like a dinner or something, he's like, "Okay, yeah, let's go to Disney." But if I'm like, "Oh, hey, Jamie or Janice is in town, my best friends, and they want to go to Disney," he's like, "All day."
Yeah.
So, but he is a good sport. He's a good model. He loves our niche collective stuff. He loves all the niche girls. So, it's nice. I love when we all get to hang out and, actually be
Yeah, we
models. It's
do.
really fun.
Yeah, it's
Even
fun.
for like a dinner, it's great.
Yeah.
I did try to bamboozle David the other day, and I asked him if he wanted to go on a walk when we were both off. I was like, "Do you want to go on a walk?" And he was like,
At
"Yeah,
Epcot?
we can go on a walk." And I was like, "Through Animal Kingdom?" And he was like, "No, it's so hot." And I was like, "Okay."
Through Animal Kingdom.
It was really warm, and I know that he did not want to go to a park, but I also know that we want to work out more before the wedding. So I was like, "We can go on a walk
Yeah.
around the Lagoon of Animal Kingdom."
Makes sense to me.
I'm always thinking.
Yeah.
But no, they are good sports, David. Just
They
are.
are. No,
he's not a big likes to be damp person, and pretty much from like May until October, there's no going outside in Florida without immediately.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Jake sucks it up. He's like, whatever.
Hate sweating.
If you want to go outside, you got to suck it up. That's
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida, it's so tepid out there.
Yeah, I know.
It gets warm, but the rest of the year, the weather here is just lovely. If you can make it through
Absolutely.
the summer, you're good. All right, I have one
Yeah.
question for all of us.
Okay.
I'm going to save mine till the end because most people already know mine. But what is one Disney thing that you all collect that you have multiple of? I already
Just
know what
one?
y'all are going to say, but
Yeah, we can do
like
a whole. We probably will do a whole episode on
we
this.
probably
We will.
will. So let's just like a little tease. Like, what is the one thing that you like when it drops, your butt is there? Yolanda, do you want to
Go
go
for it,
first?
Yolanda.
Me,
I can
mine
think.
is behind me. I'll try and mine is Trader Sam's tiki mugs. The orange bird cup is just a plus. But there's a whole nother shelf on that side that I'll go through one day, and I'll put my favorites here. And then there's more in these are my Trader Sam's one. I used to collect also Disney coffee cups, but Disney releases a new coffee cup so often.
A
so
lot.
I stopped.
No.
But yeah, recently the Trader Sam's mugs have gotten to be like $85 a mug. But I have literally waited. One time I was getting ready for a wedding, and then I'll let you guys go. And they said that they were dropping one at noon at 3 p.m. The wedding was supposed to start at 5. Literally did my makeup in the car as David was driving, and then
I was there for that
she
one.
was there.
Yeah, we were
It
both
ended
there
up
for that one.
pouring. My curls
that
got
one.
ruined.
That was
Didn't care.
Monstro.
That was Monstro,
Had to get
yep.
the mug. That was the monster. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, we were soaked. That was
stocked
like
them.
a
I
wild
also
experience.
Drenched.
I trade with people in California. We will not miss a mug.
So how many do you have approximate? Because I know it's hard to count.
Oh no.
She's like, what do you think?
It's like, I don't know. Oh my God. I mean, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 Trader Sam's
Yeah, I
mugs,
think we
but-
probably have like 12. And then I also have the black pearl and a white pearl too. So
Yeah.
like, yeah.
We have the white. We don't have a black.
Just on these shelves, there's over 70. Because there's multiple. So like, I think it says it. Yeah. So like, for instance, if you take these, like one is from Disneyland, one is from us. But so on the bottom, and this is just a fun fact for everyone of Trader Sam's mug, it says first edition.
Yep.
So like my right shelf, which again, when we do our whole episode, I'll go off about it.
Oh, we
My
will.
right shelf has 6 zombies, 5 hippopotami
Yeah, because you
thighs,
need like the first
3
edition,
deadheads.
the second.
They release a new, especially Halloween, they release the same design new every year. So it used to be the Hatbox Ghost, and now they've moved into the Gargoyles from Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
So they release one every year. It's the same cup, and I still have to get it.
Different
And,
color.
Different color.
bank account wise, the streets are rough, but it is what it is, and I cannot stop. Okay,
Yep.
Jessie, what do you collect?
All right, Jessie.
Okay, I collect a lot of things, but my main thing I collect is probably spirit jerseys.
Oh, I thought you were going to say popcorn buckets.
No,
Yeah,
I don't have
but-
that. I have my popcorn buckets, but I think I have more spirit jerseys than I do popcorn buckets.
And lounge flies. She's got a lot of lounge flies too.
Oh, I have a lot of lounge flies too.
I only have like 5, I think. You do have a lot of lounge
Oh
flies.
God, I think I have like 15 lounge flies. Anywho's, yeah, spirit jerseys. We'll definitely go over collections, and we'll do like a whole like show
Yeah,
episode. That'll be a fun episode. But
I
yeah,
gotta have them on like the table in front of me so I can just like pull.
yeah. But yeah,
They're, like, my children.
my spirit jersey collection, I probably have about 25 or 30 spirit jerseys.
That's impressive.
And
Wow.
I have a lot of like limited ones that you can't get anymore, and that's why I buy them. Like,
I would say also, like we said before, it's a lot for Florida.
it is.
Because I can count my long sleeve shirts on like 2 hands.
Yes, agreed.
See, but I still wear them. I wear them a lot around the house. So every single time I get home, I strip and put on a spirit jersey. So I'm constantly, I'm constantly in a spirit jersey with like, little like, PJ shorts on.
Yeah.
That's kind of my house look.
When we were on the cruise together, she wore them to bed. So like gets her use out of them. I'm a witness.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I wear them to bed. I wear them, between December and April. I don't wear them in the summertime. And if I do wear them in the summertime, I wear it as like a big t-shirt. I don't wear it as like a long
now
sleeve.
that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that's right, because I'm connected to her PhotoPass. So like all of her pictures from the beginning of the year, she's in a spirit jersey. But I never knew that. So now I'm like, oh my God, yeah. That's I mean, I don't, if it's just like a regular, like colorful one, like I don't really go for it. But if it's like a Flower and Garden or Festival of the Arts or, something specific, I have the Harmonious one, which, I mean, you both know I loved Harmonious. I was sad to see it go, but that's a jersey I'll never get back.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, it's a jersey I'll never get back, but you have to have it. So what about you, Kristen? Well, what do you collect?
We all know this. I collect ears. I currently have, I think it's about 250 pairs. I don't know. I lost count a while ago. And then
you're definitely at like 300 now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's displayed gorgeous.
Yeah, so they're in my closet, like on one full wall, and then like the kind of like the surrounding little half walls around. And I need to get more racks to hang them up. They're just like, that's why I kind of lost count, is because some of them are just in bins underneath until I had to move things around the other day. Yolanda was over and I was explaining to her how I was rage cleaning my closet to make room for them. And now there's like piles around my room that like I don't want in my closet because I need to make room for the ears. And it's like a whole thing.
God.
But yeah, I have a lot. I like options, so it's like I'm wearing little Leota. So I have many ears that would go with her. So it's like, you could keep the outfit fresh, you know what I mean? With a,
and she has a lot of ones too that I remember like selling out like that.
Yeah.
So
oh my God, yeah.
Recently, Disney hasn't done any ears that have created like a whole thing. But 2 years ago, their Christmas collection, they made sugar cookie ears and they made the wreath ears that were like wreaths, right? The wreath ears sold out, never restocked. They never restocked them. Okay, sugar cookie ears available everywhere, but Kristen has the wreath ears. Okay. Yep. I just want everyone to know she owns them.
And it comes in handy, like when we do our photo shoots for niche clothes, like I literally show up with like baskets of ears and everybody's just like, and have we ever had a problem finding a matching pair of ears?
No,
we have not. So
because if you're wearing like a purple Halloween shirt, she doesn't just have orange and black. She has like like a plethora.
I got
them
all.
Oh yeah.
All for all seasons.
It's so fun.
For everything. So.
At least now, that's something you can tell Jamie, that like you have a reason to keep buying ears now. We need them for photo shoots.
We do. Yeah. They are a photo shoot necessity.
Jamie doesn't say anything about the ears. Like I think he knows better because we've been together for like 13 years. So he's just kind of like, this is her thing, and we don't share a bank account. So this is.
One might even say now it's a write-offable expense.
It is. I know.
So
That's the thing. So the more ears, the merrier.
I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming to our first ever podcast.
Yay! Thank you so
Yay!
much. We'll be
We
releasing
do have a little
episodes when, Jessie? Every
Tuesday
Tuesday, every other Tuesday?
or every other Tuesday.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would say on Tuesdays, look out for
Look
it.
for us.
We'll
Either way,
post
you can
it.
probably find something fun on our Instagram if you are not seeing a podcast pop up that Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Check out the
And we have a fun little code.
Yes.
Yes.
So for listening to this
we have
podcast,
secret.
you get 10% off in the store, shopthenicheco.com, with code, what did we say? Podcast 10. So that's just podcast 10. You'll get 10% off whenever you shop at shopthenicheco.com. So you can grab all the designs that we talked about today, our shirts that we're wearing, whatever you want.
Yep.
Podcast 1010, not TEA.
Yes. Good call, Jessie.
Podcast 10.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll do different ones. Like you'll definitely like. Not only do we want you to listen, but we obviously want you to be rewarded for listening and being rewarded for being part of us. So those codes will change. Yep. We might offer different ones for the holidays and things like that, or even for holiday collections. Because I know we're doing a Christmas one too. You guys might hear about certain things first. So definitely stay tuned here.
Yay, I love it. Thanks so much for listening to the Niche Girl, guys. Bye.
Bye.